we're here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Everybody can hear me. That's awesome.
Yes.
So, first of all, how are you doing? Sorry, that was just really abrupt. I wasn't ready. I'm trying to do all this other stuff. So, Angel, see how my buttons are all off and everything else. How are you doing, sweetheart?
I'm good. How are y'all?
We're good. I'm good.
Good.
And Patricia, how are you doing,
I'm
sweetheart?
I'm good. It's hot in Houston, but I am here.
What's the temperature over there?
Yo, yes.
My car. I just went to go grab something to eat. My car said
Let me
104.
see.
Oh my gosh. What's the
Yeah.
temperature there, sweetheart? For you, Angel.
Let me see. It is. Well, if it could tell me, I don't know, but it's very hot.
Yes, yeah. That's what I tell people. I was like, "Hey, how hot is it there, Lawrence?" And I was like, "I don't know. It's like so hot. It's like Africa hot. That's how hot it is. It's
Yeah, it
eh,
was in the. I know that it was in the hundreds today, and our power went out.
oh my
So
gosh, really? Y'all have
yeah,
rolling
yeah,
power outages?
yeah. It's been
Wow.
happening throughout my town, and it finally hit us. So
Oh, hey, we already got our first
it's pretty
guest
hot.
chiming in.
Madison.
Madison Polido joined us. Hey,
Hi,
Madison.
Madison.
By the way, congratulations, Madison. I hear that your performance this past weekend at the Hanel Super Jam was pretty awesome. You
Yes.
came in and you just really showed them out. And
Yes.
well, first of all, she's a home girl, right? It was there in Houston, and she did an amazing job. And then people, it's always cool when people come out and they see their hometown girl coming out and performing the way she did, which is pretty awesome. I'm really proud of you, Madison. Great job. And then also
Yes.
Leona herself,
Yes.
Laura Science.
Congratulations.
Yeah, she's here
Hi.
from Leona Promotions, one of the best in the business. Thank you so very much for joining us. So, Angel,
Yes.
right away, we wanted to go ahead and get it off of the hour. We wanted to talk about your music. You got some music. Now, I met you like way early in your career, which I'm proud to say because I
Yes.
I call you my friend. We talk a lot all the time, as a matter of fact, which is cool. And I
Yes.
got to see you in Brownsville at Ruby and 281, where you performed. That was pretty awesome. And I really,
Thank you.
really was impressed by your performance because number one, get this, Patricia, it was like freaking 2,000 degrees. It was like stuff was melting, and she was singing mariachi, and it was full. She was in full regalia, like her full dress, like
I've
the
seen the
whole,
dress. It's beautiful.
and she was singing like with the whole thing. Can you believe that?
Hot.
And she did it. She didn't let that interrupt you. So that's how I met her. But now she's with, I introduced her to some people, and she keeps talking. She does her thing. Her talent takes over because people
Yeah.
recognize talent. People that are influencers in the business, they recognize her obviously, and they say, "Brrr, hello, can I speak with Angel, the magnificent voice?" Okay, and so they're calling her left and right. I asked her to perform again over in Brownsville again, right at the Ladies' Night Out.
Yes.
She comes out and she destroys it, but this time it's completely opposite. So first we were in the Devil's Armpit because it was super hot. Now it's super cold, and I'm talking like 40 degrees cold, like super cold in Brownsville, where it's never cold.
I know, right?
Yeah, it was never cold, but it was cold that day. And so she comes and blows it out of the water. And next thing you know, she's recording with Shelly Lattice. That's why I'm wearing my LMD cap.
Wow.
Yeah, she's recording. And then the first song she comes out with is a completely different 180 from what I was expecting her to do, which is really awesome. And this new song, No La Pienses, which is an amazing song.
It
It's
is.
it's a rocker. I really love it. So I'm just really happy about it. Hey, the Tejano Bluesman is joining us. Hey,
Hi,
Joe.
Joe.
Hey, how's it
Hi.
going? He's going to be coming back to the show. Well, he's going to be coming to the show. I talked to him at in Vegas. He released his album. He's got a lot of
Yeah.
compilations. He's going to be the king of compilations. He keeps working.
Right.
So I'm telling you, that's going to be. So what was it like for you to? I mean, it's meteoric. I mean, it's like what, 4 months, 5 months since we last talked. I mean, since we first
Yeah.
started, getting together, and now poof, here you are. What's it like, girlfriend?
Busy.
Yeah, it
Busy
is.
is good though. Busy is good.
It's always
Yes,
good to be
busy is
busy.
good.
Chiki Salazar, hi guys from Dilly,
Hi.
Texas. Hi, beautiful. Yes, yes. Chiki's man, and she's always doing her karaoke thing. And it's funny because I said, "Hey, I
Yes, I
thought you
love
said you didn't
her.
sing." And I was like, "Yeah, no, no, she is." No, no, that was cool though. I mean, but honestly, I mean, here you are. I remember we did your first interview with me on stage. We did our interview together, and
Yes.
you were so nervous. Your boyfriend was there taking video.
Yeah.
Yes, guys, she is beautiful, but she does have a guy. So back up. All right, back up. So but yeah, and now here you're back, a recording artist, an independent artist, and you're doing your thing. So I'm
Yes.
super happy for you. I'm super proud of your achievement so far. But that's not that you're just starting out.
Thank you so
This is
much.
just the beginning. And just to be clear,
Yes.
you're new to the genre, but that doesn't mean that you're a new singer because you've been singing for a long time. You've competed
Yes.
in the Tengo Talento? What was
Tengo
the name of it?
talento.
Tengo
Yes.
Talento, right?
Tengo
Yeah.
I
talento,
saw
mucho
you on
talento.
that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool. What was that like for you?
Yes. Um, well, I had been auditioning for the show for I believe like 5 years. And so last year I was like, wait, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. um
If not, just sing to
and
us.
so
Just
last
sing
year
to
I
us.
was
Just throw in some vocalities
and
in there.
Just to make sure.
and so last year I was like, you know what? I'll go ahead and try again. Whatever happens, happens. And I didn't want to tell anybody, so I signed up for the Zoom audition and I did it in my restroom. And I just told my mom, I'm making a video for school. And she was like, okay, because like at the time I had to make videos for school. And so then I did my audition and I was like, okay, I did it, whatever happens, happens. And then I believe about a month later, they called me and I'm not too great at my Spanish. And when I picked up, they were speaking all Spanish. And I understood the felicidades part, but the other part I wasn't sure. So I went and I told my mom, I was like, tengo talentos on the phone. And she was like, what? And I was like, yes, they said I made it. And she was like, what? And then they were like, yes, can you fly out to LA like next week? And my mom was, can I go with her? Because she doesn't wear alone. And they were like, how old is she? And my mom was like 20. And they were like, no, sorry. She's already over 18. She has to come
Mm.
alone. So my mom was all nervous throughout the whole week because that was my
Aw.
first time traveling alone.
Yeah.
That's incredible. But at least you got your gumption. You got to go first. Real quick, Alfredo Rios, the lone Mexican,
Mexican.
the
Oh,
lone
Mexican. Got it.
Mexican. He's a Metsi. He can.
Mexican.
Yeah, actually, he's got his own group, and I don't want to mess up the name of his group. Hey, Alfredo, let me know what the name of your group is. I keep forgetting the name of your group, but he's also the uncle to Ali, another singer
Oh,
with Shelly Lares. Yeah,
yes.
that's his, I mean, the
She's
grandfather.
amazing.
Yeah, and she is a wonderful singer, and and
Yes.
he's a consummate musician as well. Oh yeah, Fijo. That's the name of his Fijo, not Fijo, which a buddy of mine constantly says. No, it's Fijo. Great guy. We need to get you on a show too. And I did say uncle. I corrected myself. Grandpa. Sorry. But anyway, yeah, no, that was really, really cool. Actually, you know what? I have a clip of you performing at the Talento.
Oh.
Because when we were talking, I was like, how's your You're like, I don't speak Spanish either. Because, well, I go, well, I learned Spanish from, in college, but And people are like, "Well, you have a Spanish degree," and I was like, "Well, yes, I did, but like my first core classes, I tested out of them, so I didn't take the classes. I just passed the class because I tested for it.
Yeah.
So I just kind of, it's not cheating. I just passed the class because that way I didn't have to take the class. I could just take the test and I passed. So I don't
Hmm.
know how you would put that. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look, take a watch of this video. This is her at Tengo Talento when she's there, and which is pretty awesome because you have to remember her Spanish is not up to par. So I mean, not well because she doesn't speak
Fluent.
Spanish.
The
Yeah,
word is
fluent.
fluent.
Yeah, she's not
Yeah.
fluent.
I
Okay,
I know I know a bit more now, but at that time, not. It wasn't great.
not
Que acomoda los juguetes en el Walmart de Ontario. Con un poquito más de español, pero no tanto. Ella es Ariana González.
Tal, Dios. ¡Wow!
Qué bonitas se ven las dos, bellas,
Ay, qué
bellas.
hermosa.
Muy bien, llegó el momento que se enfrenten en este duelo musical.
so real quick.
Apenas terminen los jueces.
That girl was from like Ontario, right?
Ustedes dos avanza a la semifinal.
Uh,
Comenzamos con la historia.
I'm sorry, it's frozen on my end. The one that I competed with,
Yeah.
Yeah.
somewhere in California. Yes.
Oh, Ontario, California. Okay.
Yes.
My grandma. I'm studying music education at Texas A&M University Kingsville to be a mariachi director. Even though I don't speak Spanish, I still have such a big love for it. It helps me bring more of my Mexican roots out, and I'm proud of that. And my life back at home changed a lot. I had a radio station interview for the local radio. I had our local Telemundo come over to my house and interview me. And I'm very proud to represent South Texas here at Tengo Talento, Mucho Talento.
Bienvenida, mi querida Angel. Angel.
So that was you got a lot of people. People don't know like that Don Chemo guy that was there. He's the one that did
Yes.
what's it called, Ganga style. You remember when that?
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
yeah,
yes.
yeah. He instead of Gangnam style, the guy from South Korea, he released one in Spanish called Ganga style, which was super hilarious. But I sorry, I'm a DJ. I recognize these people. But anyway, so it's pretty cool. So what was that like for you to get up there on stage and do all of that? To be, first of all, was that your first time being away from home?
By myself.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
meant. So,
Yes.
so what was that like for you to go out there and follow your dream? Don Cheto, thank you, Alfredo. That
Yes,
right,
Don Cheto.
Don Cheto. Yeah. So what was
It
that
was
like?
very. Oh,
I'm
sorry.
sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
It was very surreal. I couldn't believe it because I had dreamed about it for a long time, and then like when it's actually happening, it's like kind of hard to take it in right then and there. I was like, oh my goodness.
Did you take pictures?
Yes.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yes,
I
of
mean,
the food and everything.
That would have been me too. I love taking pictures of my food.
was it good? There's a big controversy on some people that didn't like the food because now they're like all being ostracized because I didn't like the food, and I'm like, they didn't grow up with that kind of palate. I don't like the food in Mexico, by the way, and I've been to Mexico like 5 times, but 3 times I was drunk, so I don't know if they count. So I was like, you know, but
I love it.
yeah, that's that's cool. Alfredo has an interesting question. Is there an age requirement?
For Tengo Talento,
Mhm.
um, I am not sure, but on the season that I was on, there was someone that there was a young, well, yeah, actually no, there was a lot of young kids, I think ages 11, 12.
Oh
Okay,
wow. Okay.
wow, that's
Yeah.
cool.
I actually think that that's good that they don't have an age requirement because some people don't have time to pursue their passion until later in life. And it just, I think, restricts people's dreams in a way by putting an age cap or, restriction on there.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at Susan Boyle. She was what, 43. She had been taking care of her mom, and then all of a sudden she
Yeah.
goes to Britain's Got Talent, and then
She wins it all.
yeah, she wins it all, and she does
Yes.
this amazing thing. Yeah, and it's
That's what I like about no age cap, no requirement. Just get out there and show us your talent, and that's what it's about, anyways.
Yes.
and I mean, like me, I'm like 2,000 years old. I'm old. Oh my gosh, I'm so old.
Thankfully, I'm not the oldest one in the room because I
I
normally
am.
am.
I'm so old. When I walk to my car, they're like buzzards circling me.
Oh my
They're
god!
just like,
Oh
he's gonna
no.
he's gonna fall right now. Mira, look it, he's falling. No, nah, that's just a shadow.
Hey, Angel, I wanted to say something too. You mentioned about a couple times about your Spanish. So, I didn't grow up on Spanish either. I'm in my 40s. I'm not going to say my exact age, but I'm in my 40s. I didn't grow up on Spanish either, but I had all my friends that spoke it. My parents speak fluent Spanish. They just didn't want to raise me speaking Spanish because they were worried about me not being able to perform in the school where it was predominantly all Caucasian in that school. So they did that to me to where they said, okay, we're going to speak English to you only. You'll learn it later. So yes, I did learn it later, but I don't even consider myself fluent at all. I have that Texas twang in my accent, and it is what it is because I was raised in a certain area of town. But I did learn it off the streets, and I call it like Tex-Mex or whatever you want to call it. But regardless of that, I had to deal with being bullied about it by my friends that spoke it very well, and then the other friends that didn't speak it and they were Caucasian, So you're in the in between, right? Don't ever let anybody tell you anything about it. You love the music just like I do, and when you sing, you cannot tell at all. It's because you love it so much. You love your culture. Nobody can take that away from you. No matter how fluent or non-fluent, you mess up a word or whatever it is, don't worry about it. You love our people, you love our language, you love our culture, and it shows through your talent and your singing. So
Yeah,
just
it's always best to
Thank
just
you.
love yourself and forget
love
what
yourself
people.
the way you are, girl.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Alfredo says we were not allowed to speak English at home when I was growing up.
Yeah.
That's interesting. My grandfather, he was not allowed to speak his language when he was growing up,
Yeah.
because Native Americans were very well. I mean, the story is written. It's already there. They weren't. A lot of people were prohibited from from expressing their culture and shamed for it. And
Yeah.
it's unfortunate, but in this day and age, you must embrace your culture, embrace who you are,
Yes.
And
because
she
that
is.
yeah,
She really is embracing it. It
yeah.
shows.
yeah, and as if you don't know where you came
you.
from, how can you know where you're going?
Yeah.
That's it. So that's okay. But you know what? You're doing it. You're doing it in volumes because of the fact that you do it so well. And you know what? Let's watch the rest of that because the song that you sing, it's amazing.
Yeah,
And
I
I
liked it.
mean, I was like, holy moly!
And that outfit is on point too.
Yes, it is. Let's go ahead and watch
Thank
the rest of
you.
that real quick. Let's watch the rest of it.
Worry. Which song escogiste para tonight?
Iris del Maya.
Aigris del Maya.
I want to tell you that there are a lot of artists like you that they sing in Spanish very well and
Not necessarily.
not necessarily
Speak
Spanish. So don't worry, just enjoy this moment because that's the most important thing right now. And
Alaos.
it's your feeling. And I give you the best wishes.
Thank you.
Se siente orgulloso, ¿no?
¿Quiere usted hablar inglés como Carolina Ross?
No se acá.
Inglés sin trancas. Llame al número que aparece en pantalla. ¿Tienes talento,
Muy bien,
Angel?
Carolina.
Mucho talento.
Let's go for it, baby.
Reboso de Santa María, mestizas que bailan llenas de alborozo.
Increíble, ¿cómo puede
Entre los
interpretar así?
encantos mil quería. Alvarada blanca trotan de los pozos, casitas debajo de la tierra mía. Alvarada blanca trotan de los pozos, casitas debajo de la tierra mía.
¿Qué tal?
Muchacha bonita, zapato de raso bordado de seda, te voy a comprar. Será más gracioso, más lindo tu paso y serás más ágil para zapatear. Ay,
Muy bien.
Se pasa adelante.
Wowzers.
Just like that guy had chills, I literally had the chills too. Like my hair stood up. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. And you were like,
Thank you.
oh, I was like, I could do that. No, just kidding. I didn't do that. And it was like, holy smokes, man. I was getting dizzy. And then you carry that note so long, I was like passing out. And I was like, please breathe. Please breathe. It was awesome. It was pretty awesome. Jose Rosario, thank you so very much for joining us, Jose. Beautiful
Yes,
interview. Thank you so
thank
very much,
you.
sir. That's a compliment I will take from that man. He's famous. He is amazing songwriter. He's just an amazing
Yes.
person. I love talking to him every chance that I get. I have a question. When people that don't understand Spanish, how do you know what the song is about? That's
Well,
interesting
Oh,
most of
because you
the
know what?
time we
so
understand it, but we just don't speak it well. That's usually what it is.
You know what?
yeah.
I'll give you my perspective. When I was younger, I was like 7 years old. My dad would teach me Spanish songs to sing because I used to sing at an illegal palenque, and he would teach me these songs because I would sing during the intermission, and I had no idea what they were, but I sang them verbatim. I sang them
Uh-huh.
phonetically,
Right.
so I just knew what I was supposed to say. That was it, but I had no idea what I was singing.
Yeah.
And he would tell me, you got to sing it like this and you got to sing it like that. I was a little kid. What was "Grave tu nombre en el lleva." That's all I was doing. And for me, I had no idea until I grew up. And then I was like, oh, hey, I used to sing that song because I remembered the music. And I was like, what was that? Holy crap. I was singing that at 5 years old. Are you kidding me? It's about drugs and killing and,
But Angel,
whoring
that's what
around.
you
And I
said.
was serious. Yeah. I'm a
That's what you
whore.
said
What the
earlier.
hell?
You really understand, just like I do. I understand when people are talking to me in
Yes.
Spanish and listening to songs. It's just when we try to translate it out, where our first primary language is English, so we're having to translate it in our head to speak it. So yeah.
Yeah, I have that
Yes.
issue. Yeah,
And
I can usually keep up, but if they're fast speakers, no, okay, thank you.
and I
That's
make
usually
sure
what.
with every song that I sing in a different language, I make sure I look up the translations for it. So that way I
Yeah,
can know exactly what each means.
Yeah,
absolutely. And probably ask your parents too, just to make sure. And yeah.
Yes.
yeah, it's important to get the emotion out of the song too. Big shout out from
Yes.
It's Tejano Time. Shout out from DFW.
Hi.
What's up, DJ and DO? You have a new show on Thursdays, of course. I do. Thank you so very much, buddy. And then also Jose, he says that we translate for the singers, so the singer is able to understand and sing with the appropriate emotion, of course. Yes, and that's suitable
Yes.
in order for you to get better understanding. And that's kind of why sometimes I have, like, some of the back in the day, some of the younger singers, they would sing love songs, and you're like,
You
"Mm,
haven't even experienced life
I
to be
know,
singing
just like,
that song.
why are you he broke my heart. Really? You're way too young to know. You
Yeah.
don't even have a heart, girl. Put that away. Alfredo says, I will interpret a song for Ali so she understands what the song is about.
Aw.
I think I
Oh,
interviewed Ali
yes.
like about a
Good.
month ago, and she was having trouble pronouncing a song. I think that's one of the harder things is because Spanish is really actually very easy to
Correct.
learn,
Yeah.
because it's very phonetic, but
Yeah.
there's certain songs, that are certain words rather,
Word.
conjunctions that you have, that are
Yes.
schwas,
Yeah.
like mijo is actually a conglomerate of mi hijo, so you have mijo,
Right.
and sometimes you get a little lazy with some of the pronunciations, but they're not as difficult as English because English has a lot of schwa letters, schwa words,
And
like
there's a lot of slang that we use in our, songs. And
oh
not
dear
only
God,
that, one word can mean four different things in Spanish. You got to know how to place them in the, correct setting for the how you're singing the song. So
yeah,
yeah.
I call it the
Yeah.
pedo complex. Yes, it's the pedo complex because I don't know what it is. When I was learning and getting on the road with a lot of Spanish, Tejano bands, they always had the pedo complex, because it's like what, because it's like puro pedo. You're like, okay, ay, va a ir pedo, or you scare them, me sacaste el pedo, and if they don't believe you, puro pedo,
Exactly.
you're like,
Ex-
dude, that's the same word. Everything's the
exactly.
same word, So you're like, what the hell, man? Or it's always twice, mira, look it. You're like,
I
okay.
know that
Ven pa,
one.
ven pa acá, come here. Huh? What?
And that's usually how I speak sometimes. Half English, half Spanish. I do it all the time.
You're like, okay, that's just so. Now you know why I have trouble. So, no, that's funny. So, and your mom, when she heard you were going to Tengo Talento, what was her thought? When she's like, oh my gosh, she's going to this.
First off, she found out that video wasn't for school.
Yeah, right.
She's
Yeah.
like, you
¿Qué,
lied, but it was a
qué,
good
qué,
lie.
qué video de school? Yeah, Alfredo says Texans speak Spanglish. Yes, they do.
That's right.
So what did she say about that? She was just like, "Hey, what was her thought?"
She was very excited because I had always been wanting this, but also like in shock because she had no idea. So she was like, is it real? Like, are you sure and everything? And I was like, yes, yes. And so obviously she was just very nervous because it's always been me and her, and I've only ever traveled with her. So when she found out I had to go alone, she was like, she was
Yeah,
like, okay,
the little birdie has to fly the nest.
yeah,
But that's okay because I mean, it's you're growing, and that's you have to grow. You have to, move
hmm
on. And then and Jose, he's saying the same thing. I'm getting these
Yes,
Amber
it
alerts.
is
I'm sorry.
cool, totally acceptable.
Yeah,
That's what I call
he's
it, Spanglish.
yes,
yes,
yes. Spanglish is cool and acceptable,
yes,
of course.
Yes. Yes.
It's, and then it's on the same lines as Creole. Because
Ah,
yeah,
you're right.
yeah, in Louisiana, I speak French, but in Louisiana they speak a form of French, but it's
Creole.
Creole. They have their own little dialect. It's completely different.
Yeah.
But yeah, that what was her reaction when what was better yet? A better question was what went through your mind when you first heard your song on the radio, your very first song? Because I mean, this is what you had been working for, singing, and wanting to move forward with your career, and here you have this opportunity. You've been given. You record with Shelly Lares. You were working with Jose Rosario, who is just, I mean, a name in himself, and you have two talented people that have given of their time and their talent and to help you, and now you're hearing your voice on the radio for the very first time. What was that like for you?
it's crazy because it's like that's mine. It's not it's it's not like it's not me covering someone else's song,
Right.
and
Right.
it's crazy. It has like let's say you put out a cover and it goes very well and it's like, oh my goodness, yes, but whenever it's like your own thing, it's like, oh my gosh, it's a different feeling and it's crazy.
It's excitement. Do you also feel a little bit vulnerable? Does it feel that way as well? Like, oh, what are
Yes.
people going to think and all that? That kind of goes through your mind as well, right?
Yeah, and that's great because of the fact that you know, it's like it's the completion or the fruition of all the hard work that you have gone through, and I can understand, the it's tough.
Mm.
This business is hard. There's a lot of work that you have to do, a lot of a lot of areas that you have to be in, and but you're doing it, and you've been doing it. You know what? Let me go ahead and play a video from Ruby Ann's takeover from way back when last year, where it was super hot and you were on stage, and oh my gosh. But this is you were just amazing. And Ida Maya, you were there, you were singing that song, and but you still did it. The conditions were the same, and that's one of the things that I appreciate about an artist who has a firm grasp on their talent. Because despite the conditions that you were in, you were still able to sing the song at the best that you could possibly do, and that is really a good sign of great talent and a grasp of your ability. So let's go ahead and take a listen to just the first time that I see. Oh, by the way, Shelly joined us. Hola, colas. How are you doing, girlfriend? So let's go ahead. This is just a live recording, so please give up. Yeah, she is amazing. Shelly says she's amazing. Yes, she is. We all concur. But
Thank
excuse
you.
yeah, excuse the audio, because obviously this is recorded with the camera, and there's not, the audio isn't perfect, but it gives you a sense of understanding of how powerful her voice is, and
Mm. Yes.
and understand the conditions, because it was super hot at during this time. So just so you can understand how awesome this person is.
Rebasado, reboso de Santa María, mestizas que bailan llenas de alborozo entre los encantos mil de mi vaquería. Alvarada blancas brotan de los pozos, casitas se baja de la tierra mía. Alvarada blancas brotan de los pozos, casitas se baja de la tierra mía. Muchacha bonita, zapato de raza por lado de saga, te voy a comprar. Será más gracioso, más lindo tu paso, y serás más ágil para zapatear. Échale grande. Vámonos a la jarana, vamos a batalugar, que ahora la noche mañana tenemos que zapatear. Saca tu terno bonito y ta cinta colorada, quiero que estés bien peinada cuando bailes el torito. ¿Cómo dice Brasil? ¡Ole! ¡Ole! ¡Y dice! Muchacha bonita, zapato de raza bordado de seda, te voy a comprar. Será más gracioso, más lindo tu paso, y serás más ágil para zapatear. Ay, ay. Muchas gracias.
Holy smokes. Yeah, she was burning it up and it was hot already, girlfriend. Oh my gosh. All the compliments here.
Thank
Shelly was
you.
talking about the vibrato. We had the beautiful Geneva was joining us as well. She was talking about how beautiful you were. And you know what? The fact that, you
Thank
have that
you.
beautiful dress that was on there and your beautiful voice and, but just your talent just explodes from when you come on there. It's just like you're a powerhouse that's on there. I'm just
Powerful voice.
yeah,
Yes.
Thank
totally
you.
impressed. Yeah, totally impressed. Shelly says she comes from musical royalty.
Yay.
No.
That's yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Jose Rosario, that's musical
Yes.
power. Yes, it
Yes,
is.
it
Yeah,
is.
very
Thank
much so.
you.
Alfredo says the powerful vocals.
Woo.
Very much so.
Thank you.
Yes, and that's like I said. You blew me away.
Yeah.
And it was just. And actually, I think I was going back in. I was supposed to do an interview when you were going up on stage, and when I like you were fixing to start or you started singing, I was going to go inside to do another interview. And then I stopped and I said, no, let me catch some video. That's why I stayed there.
Oh,
I
yes.
wouldn't have gotten that if you hadn't have started singing because I was just like, oh, wow, hold on.
And that's what I was just about to say. Your voice probably stops people in their tracks and turns around
Hmm.
and like, oh my gosh. Because I know if I was there, I would have stopped and just been like this too. Like, because
Yeah,
it's just it's so powerful and it doesn't look like it would come from you in a way, but it's beautifully
yeah,
powerful.
it is,
Thank
and
you so much.
lots of control, lots of control. That's the great thing about it. Michelle, hey, how you doing, Michelle? Nice to see
Hi.
you. Thank you so very much for joining us. Dodi Rodriguez, thank you
Hi.
so much. Saludos, Angel from Dodi y Nivel. Hello, everyone. How are you doing, Dodi?
Hello.
She's also got a new single that's out. Make sure that if you're listening, if you
Yes.
get a chance, go ahead and listen. Try to, stream her music. Go ahead and pick it up. Shelly Letta says, "I'm so honored that I get to work with her, and that's
Oh
that's
my goodness.
that that's a
Coming from
huge part. Yeah,
Shelly, I mean, come
yeah,
on.
yeah. That's
I'm
great.
so honored to work with you.
Hi, Patricia.
Yeah,
Hi.
Patricia, thank you
She's
for
the one that
joining.
made my shirt.
Oh,
Like,
is
isn't that
she?
the cutest thing?
Oh,
Uh-huh.
that's so
Oh, yeah.
pretty.
Oh, it
I
says
love
Barbie.
it.
That Barbie chick. Yeah, that's my girl. Patricia's got to stick together.
Right, right. Dodie says, "Congratulations, Angel. Your voice is
Voice is
amazing."
amazing.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Shelly Latta says she loves the team, but
My
Shelly, you're
girl
the
took me
yeah.
up. Yeah,
Yeah, Shelly's you're the Wonder Woman, right? So hers is Wonder Woman. So that's cool. Patricia, she's sending up some love. Yeah, no, that's cool. And I'm the plug for the merch. Oh yeah, she is. So there you go. There you go. No, and you know what? Like I said, that's where I really was like, oh my gosh, she's
yeah.
amazing.
You're like, stop.
Yeah, no. And then I think the evolution went when I mean I like the next time that I really got to see you perform was at the Fiesta Latina with Alicia C, where you really,
Oh, yes.
I mean, oh my goodness, that was amazing, and I you just blew it out of the water there as well, and it's another
Thank
beautiful dress
you.
that you have on there,
I love your
so
dresses. Yes, they're gorgeous.
yeah.
Thank you so much.
So, I mean, what was that like? Because that was in itself was just a huge undertaking by both Alicia and Mary. Because they worked so hard, but it just really came well. It came. They pulled it off, and it was just a great success in my
Yes.
eyes. It was, and so what was that like performing in front of that crowd? Such a diverse crowd, and it was
Yes.
well, it was a good turnout.
Well, I'm so humbled and honored first that they even asked me to be a part of it, 'cause and then being there and sharing the stage with all of them, Alicia, El Gallo de Annika, and oh my goodness, Campanas de America, Shelly Lares Band, and La 45. Did I say it right? Okay, anyways, La 45. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Not
um,
the freeway.
um,
yeah.
no, it was such an honor to share the stage with them, and it's just, it was like, wow. I don't know. It was
Yeah,
just, I felt very happy, very blessed because, we dream of these things and it was
Yes.
happening.
Yes.
yeah, and it was a different kind of show because it was more like a review than
Yes.
like a concert or a festival. It was definitely a review, and then you have Shelly as the music director, taking care of a lot of the
Yes.
music and everything else. So the music side was very well taken care of, and I
Mm-hmm.
mean myself because I've been in the industry for such a long time. I kind of saw like they were running around. Oh my gosh, they're going, but nobody knew any of the stuff that was happening. But everything went without a hitch, and everybody was so impressed and everything else. And I have a little clip from your performance there, and once again, you're just like just just amazing. And I show these clips because I want people to understand that you don't have your this song that you have isn't just your versatility is what I'm trying to express to people. You have this huge range of your vocal ability that is just so impressive, and I just can't wait to see in what they're going to do with your how they're going to lead you down your career. Fiesta Latina was a tremendous concert, a historic event in Latin music. 20 musicians and the top amazing performance directed by Shelly Lares. That's right, Jose. You're
Yes.
absolutely
It
right.
was a beautiful event.
Yeah, it was. It
Very
was
well done.
a gorgeous event, and that's what I'm saying. It
Yes.
was it was completely like a review. It wasn't necessarily like a festival really, and it was just it was amazing. It was awesome, but even still, you shined your own light and your your what's say he's like your research on Angel Jimenez is wonderful and amazing. Thank you. Well, I try to be knowledgeable. I don't know if it's amazing, but I try my best. But let's go ahead and take a listen to this one because I think it shows another range on you because once again, here you are, you're doing your thing, and I just love the fact that you have this broad your vocal range is what really impresses
And
me.
such a young age as
Thank
Yes,
well.
that's
Like
right.
you.
that's
Yeah.
just amazing in itself too.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Patricia. Absolutely right.
Thank
Let's go ahead and
you.
take a listen real quick.
Por la lejana montaña va cabalgando el jinete, vaga su
Oh, that's the wrong one.
mundo y va
That's from my school.
I know that's the wrong one.
It's still good though.
Sorry.
Thank you.
va con su alma destrozada, quisiera perder la vida y reunirse con su amada. La quería más que a su vida y la perdió para siempre. Por eso lleva una herida, por eso busca la muerte, por eso lleva una herida, por eso.
I withdraw my compliments.
Only on him, but not on her. Only on him, but not on her. That's great.
Maybe I spoke too soon.
I can't believe I did that. I was like, that's the wrong one. Well, they're so small, I couldn't see them all. That's my fault.
Con su guitarra cantando, se pasa noches enteras, pobre guitarra llorando a la luz de las estrellas. La quería más que a su vida y la perdió para siempre. Por eso lleva una herida, por eso busca la muerte, por eso lleva una herida, por eso.
Oh wait, no,
And that's
college.
oh, okay,
That's
but
from your, that was
still.
from
From my
college.
college. Yeah. Thank you so. I
Yes.
think that was last year.
Yes, I know that was the wrong one. I know.
Beautiful. It was stunning, beautiful. I mean, wow. Wow.
Yeah,
I,
but
I
I
got a
Thank you
mean,
so
question.
much.
Like, why did you want what attracted you to that style of music, mariachi music? What attracted you to that?
So the first time I sang it, my school, I was in fifth grade. They were looking for entertainment singers to sing for the folklorico concert that we were having, but it had to be mariachi, and
Okay.
I wasn't quite sure, and so I told my mom, and she was very surprised because she hadn't like really talked to me about it. It was kind of like let the music find her kind of thing,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so she showed me a Linda Ronstadt cassette that she had, and she said, "Okay, pick a song from there that you want to sing." And then she also showed me my dad, his songs that he recorded, and so I kind of just fell in love with it since then.
Wow,
that's
such a young
awesome.
age to fall in love with that type of music as well. Such an adult type of music that, most adults can resonate with. And then for her to sing it and so beautifully sing it, it's just wow.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
you.
very true. Very true. And yes, I know I was wrong. Jeez. This is the right one. Sorry. Let's go ahead.
Oh wait, this is the right one either.
Cuando lo estaba sintiendo, lo mío, lo vi partir. Me juró que regresaba, pero todo era mentira, porque yo suelta no era de mí. La noche silenciosa nos miramos frente a frente. Cuando me dijo de pronto que olvidará su cariño, que no me quería engañar. Cuenta juré crucifijo en la torre de la iglesia cuando la luna nos alumbró. Yo lo estreché entre mis brazos con ganas de detenerlo, pero el orgullo me lo impidió. Con la frente de la iglesia y llorando ante el Cristo. Al contemplar mi tristeza, el crucifijo de piedra también se
Wow. Beautiful performance. Beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Wowzers. Well,
I don't care if that was the wrong video. It's still a good video. Still
Thank
good.
you.
I don't
The
think
whole
you can have
purpose is
any
just
wrong videos because
yeah, the
everything
whole
she does
purpose
is
is showing
good.
her vocal abilities. That's all I was trying to say. It was just how she's just all over. I mean, there's no wrong with you. You have like all these different ranges and all this different, your I mean your key. I've been trying to place your key and you're like you don't have a key. You sing them all, and
Yeah.
that's the key, I mean that's the thing that really stands out
Sets
with
you
you.
apart. Yeah. It
Yeah.
sets you apart. Definitely.
Thank you.
Most there's a lot of people that only sing within this one little key and you're not
Right.
there, you're all over the place, and which is pretty awesome. And it's not a I mean it's a great thing. Alfredo,
Thank
all
you.
right, all my compliments are back, you guys are stop. No.
So do you have anything new coming up?
Yeah, what's coming up with you now? I mean, I know Shelly posted earlier that she's been working on some stuff, for you here in the
Yes.
future. But I mean, what are you expecting for yourself? I mean,
Yeah.
what are your
Do you have any
goals right
goals?
now? Yeah,
Yeah.
what are your
Yeah.
goals for now?
Um, so obviously I have like private parties and everything that I'm doing, and I will have an event in October. I will put it out what it is closer to the time because I'm waiting for them to let me know when I can post about it.
Hmm.
But yep, and then going to school and working on music.
Cool, cool.
Okay.
So, do you plan on performing like? Is that something that you're looking forward to, or is it kind of more you kind of reserved, staying in school, or what is it that you want to do right now? Because it's okay to not go on tour because some people want to see you, but I mean, that's kind of some artists they were like, well, I'm still have other things that I need to pursue. But some people they're like, man, I got to get out there, I got to be there. It just depends. But is that something that you're looking forward to, or you kind of reserved right now?
Well, I love to perform, so if I have the opportunity to, I would definitely love to. And no matter how long it takes, I'm gonna get my degree. So
Yeah.
either way, I'm gonna get my degree.
So what is
Yeah.
your degree in? I'm curious.
Vocal music education.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, you could teach me.
Yeah.
Me. Just kidding. No, cut it out. It's just that bad, huh? Okay.
Are you going to the TMA in October?
That's what happens when I sing.
Um, I'm not sure.
Okay.
I've never been there, but I went to I think to 2021 I went to a choir one that they had.
Okay.
Mm.
And yeah, because they also have one for choir. So I've been to that one. I haven't been to TMEA yet, but
Okay.
hopefully.
I know
Yeah.
you got to perform at Fanfare, but it was really tough this year because of the fact that the weather, had rained
Yeah.
before and
Hmm.
equipment every stage was having equipment
Yes.
problems,
Yes.
and I don't how was that experience for you? I don't know. I wasn't able to catch your show. I know you were one of the people that I wanted to catch, but I believe I was way on the other side and I'm
Yes.
just too old to run. So, and I didn't have a
It
car.
was cold too, wasn't it right? Yeah, it was
Yes,
cold.
it
It
was
was
very cold.
crazy. Nobody
Cold
expected
and
that. It
rainy.
was, yeah.
Uh, so, what was that like for you to perform there?
Um, it was very awesome, but sadly, because of the weather, things didn't
Hmm.
go as planned. So since all of that happened and they were behind schedule, they actually cut my time. So I was only able to sing
Oh
one
yeah,
song on
Oh
one of the
wow.
stages, and I was like, you know what? That's fine because at least I get to sing here. And so I had a great time.
yeah. So at least you get to say that you sang a song, but hopefully next year you'll
Yes.
be able to do more.
Yeah.
And at least you got your fingers
Yes.
wet, and you were able to do that. Speaking of cold, remember I told you that story about how she had sung in the cold there in Brownsville. It was cold.
Right.
I have that clip. This is that
Ugh.
actual clip.
Are
Okay,
you
Jose,
sure?
I'm telling you, this is the clip.
Uh,
I shot this clip. This is the clip. I want you to pay attention to her breath because you're going to see the her exhale from when she's singing this song. This is how cold it is. I almost says like I'm watching, but this is what blew me away because I'd been seeing her sing all this mariachi songs and everything else, and just blown away by her vocal ability. But then she sang this song, and it totally turned me on my head because of the fact that it said, "Don't put me in a." This song told everybody, "Don't put me in a box." This is what she said with this song, and this is just, I mean, blew me away.
First I was afraid, I was petrified. Kept thinking I could never live without you by my side. But then I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong. And I grew strong, and I learned how to get along. And so you're back from outer space. I just walked in to find you here with that sad look upon your face. I should have changed that stupid lock. I should have made you leave the key. If I'd have known just 1 second, you'd be back to bother me. Go on now, go. Walk out the door. Just turn around now. 'Cause you're not welcome anymore. Weren't you the one who tried to hurt me with goodbye? You think I'd crumble? You think I'd lay down and die? No, not I. I will tonight. Oh, as long as I know how to love, I know I'll stay alive. I've got all my life to live, and I've got all my love to give. And I'll survive. I will survive.
How about them apples?
One of my favorite songs, actually.
And it's like 40 degrees outside, and she's still singing.
Kept trying hard to mend the pieces of my broken heart. And I spent so many nights just feeling sorry for myself. I used to cry, but now I hold my head up high and you see me, somebody new. I'm not that chained up little girl who's still in love with you. And so you felt like dropping and just expect me to agree. Now I'm saving all my loving for someone who's loving me. Go on now, go. Walk out the door. Just turn around now. 'Cause you're not welcome anymore. Weren't you the one who tried to break me with your lie? You think I'd crumble? You think I'd lay down and die? Oh, no, not I. I will survive. Oh, as long as I know how to love, I know I'll stay alive. I've got all my life to live. I've got all my
Her microphone goes out. Listen. They're putting. So through like the 3/4 of the song, she's singing, and then the microphone goes out, and she finishes the rest of the song
She
without.
doesn't skip a beat and continues with a smile and finishes out. That is a true musician.
Thank you.
That's
True musician.
right. That's
Put
right.
on a show like nothing's going on, doesn't skip
Like,
a beat.
I don't need no dadgum microphone.
Hey,
I can sing louder than everybody.
right? And that's the perfect song for 40-degree weather. I can survive or I survive.
Yeah,
Yeah, perfect.
that's right. That's right. It was super cold, but she still, and you could see her breath when she's singing that song, and it was so cold, but it was just amazing.
Yeah.
And I was like, girl,
Awesome.
and
Awesome.
I was shivering. I was standing there like,
Thank
oh,
you.
this is not a good idea. But it was so amazing. Everybody was still there. There were a lot of fans that braved that cold
I would have been
weather.
dancing. I would not have been sitting on the bench. I would have been dancing.
Yeah, and it was so cold, but there was the hot chocolate was going, the
Mhm.
margaritas were going, and people were having fun, and it was great. It was a good cause, but you know what? It just shows your professionalism and how
Yes.
wonderful you are, and just once
Thank
again
you.
another side of you of how amazing you are, which is really really amazing, and I I salute you on your ability and everything that you've done. And getting to work with Shelly, you deserve all the accolades that you've been given. That's been bestowed on you because of the fact that you've worked so hard to get where you're going. You've gotten nothing for free. You've worked hard for every little bit that you've gotten, and you deserve all of it. So kudos to you. Kudos to
Yes.
you for that.
Yes.
Thank you so
Keep
much.
going, keep looking forward, and just keep pursuing your dreams and your goals. Your
Yeah,
talent is there. It's there.
yeah, most definitely. And
Thank you.
I wish nothing but the best for you because of the fact that you've done so much, and I cannot even fathom how much more you're going to do because
Hmm.
you're just at the beginning,
Yeah.
and even talking with your mom, and your mom is, her aspirations are so great for you, and she can't believe where you're at, and she's like, she did it. She's
Yes.
doing it, and that's really,
Hmm.
really awesome. Talking to your
She
mom,
did
she's
it
a
and she's
sweetheart.
doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Talking to your mom, she's a sweetheart, and so I
Thank
love
you.
her to death. She's, you know, and so I just really appreciate she's such a kind woman, so and I'm glad that you guys are people that I can call friends and stuff. And so, but I hope the best for you. We've gotten to the part of the show where you can go ahead, and we're going to give you some time for you to go ahead and share whatever it is you want to. Be sure you mention where they can get your information in case they want you to sing and everything else, and where we can get your merch and everything else. Okay. So me and Patricia are going to go ahead and bail out, and it's just going to be you by yourself. Okay. So
Okay.
here we go.
Thank you all so much for watching. Shout out to all my friends and family and supporters. Thank y'all for being here. And you can find my song No Lo Pienses Tanto on all major streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, and YouTube. And to contact me, it's angeljimenez.contact@gmail.com. Yes, that is my email that you can contact me. And I'm on social media, so you can find me here on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram and TikTok at official Angel Jimenez. And yes, thank y'all so much.
All right. Awesome. So what was that email again? Angel
Angeljimenez.contact@gmail.com.
contact at gmail.com.
Yes.
Let me go ahead and put that up there so that way people can see it. And we'll put it on a ticker right there. That's her contact, guys. So if you want to go ahead and contact her, if you got something, by the way, in order for the music to keep going, you got to support your artist, and the best way to do that is go to their shows, and buy their songs and buy their merch. That's how you do it. And you just go ahead and contact her if you want to get a hold of it. She's got this one song. Tell me about this song. Let's go ahead and show with your recent single "No Lo Pienses." Tell me about this song, sweetheart.
I like it.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Oh, I'm sorry. I it was breaking up a bit. Sorry.
Oh, I said, tell me about your song "No Lo Pienses." What's it? Tell me about this song. Give us a background on this song. Your current single.
Yes. Okay. So No Lo Pienses Tanto was written by Jose Rosario, and it was recorded there in Brownsville, Texas, and it was produced by Chex and Frank Lozano, and Shelly Lares came down to Brownsville to help produce the vocals on it.
So, when it was proposed to you, did they say, "Hey, this was perfect for you," or did they say, "This is one of five songs. Go ahead and pick one of these five. Pick a card. Pick a card."
I actually reached out to Jose Rosario about it last year,
Oh, okay.
and it finally came about this year. So we started it, I believe, January,
Hmm.
and then it came out in May.
Oh wow, that's quite a long time for people that don't understand how songs get out there. It's not an overnight thing. It really does take a long time.
Nope.
You have to record first of all. People get together, they write the song. Then after writing the song, there's a dummy track that's put together for the singer, so that way they can practice the song. Then they come in, they sing the vocals, and then all the different instruments are laid down, and then there's a master track that's written down for the instruments, and then the singer comes along and does the actual vocals, and then there's the mastering and the remastering, and then it's all put together, and then it's ready to go. It's actually a long process, and that's why it's very important for you to go
Yes.
ahead and purchase the music and download it. And for those people, I know it's a touchy subject, but I don't have a problem addressing it. um, there's people out there that they'll take music, and they don't have the rights to use it, and you're stealing not from just the artist but from everyone that's participating in that, to include the writers, the music people, the musicians, the engineers, the sound engineers, the mixers, the mastering people. Those are the people that you're taking money away from. There's a whole bunch of people that are involved in this whole entire thing. That's why I'm proud that Cuvo Radio has we have all of our licenses, and also not just our radio licenses, but I also have the ISRC codes for whenever we play our video as well. So we have all of these available to us and everything else. And then Patricia with her show off promotions there in Houston, Texas, we're also able to sit there. And that's why Patricia is here to give us the coverage. I'm from West Texas and she's from Houston, Texas. So that way we can cover as much as we can and spread out the word. So that way everybody, we can try to push the news and get it out to,
Right.
to everybody else. So, with that being said, support your artist, and it doesn't cost that much, 99 cents a song, and thank you so very much, Angel, for being here.
Thank
Patricia, do you have anything,
you.
sweetheart?
Yeah, I just wanted to say don't give up on any of your goals. Keep going no matter how long it takes. Keep going. Be you, be authentically you, because only you can be you, right? And no matter what they say about your Spanish or whatever it may be, your look or whatever, keep doing you, and just be happy doing it because you're rocking it. Love the outfits, love the voice. You're going to be going a lot of places, and I look forward to actually meeting you in person.
Yeah, you are amazing.
Yes.
Say hi
Thank
to
you so
mom for
much.
me. Say hi to
And
mom
hi,
for me.
Mom.
You are amazing, and I can't wait to see what's coming out next with you and everything else. And we're gonna leave you with the
Thank
song
you.
with her "No lo pienses tanto," which is a great song. Please request it. Please stream it. Go ahead and get it.
Yes, please request it.
And there it's going to be there, angeljimenez.contact@gmail.com, if you want to get any more information. To all the people that joined us, Alfredo, Patricia, and Shelly, and Jose, especially you, sir, thank you so very much for blessing us with your
Yes.
comments and for giving us back our accolades. I really do appreciate that for you, and and everybody else that joined us. And if you are one of those people that are having a bad day, you're having a downtime, let me tell you, you are worth it.
Mhm.
So have yourself a great day. Love you. We'll see you next time. Here is Angel Jimenez. No lo pienses tanto. We'll see y'all next time.
Me dices que te vas, no lo pienses mucho y déjame en paz. Y no te preocupes, no voy a llorar. Si te quieres ir, pues vete, ¿qué más da?
How hard? I should have asked you how hard this was for you to hold back.
Tantas veces antes, no has dicho ya. Y sigues conmigo por hecho ya.